Hi there guys, Harvey here from the Red and Blue Site YouTube channel. Quick review, Palace won, Spurs won. At last we break the losing streak and it's a thoroughly deserved point in my opinion. Went behind early on in the first half to what was a 50-50 that went Spurs' way. Lo Celso and McArthur coming together and Lo Celso came out on top, and really you can't, for me, I can't critique the defence that much on the goal. It's just a lovely one touch finish from Kane. He gets one touch to set himself, then bang. And through a tight space, manages to rifle it in at the near post. And to be fair to Guaita and the defence, not much they could have done there. It was just a lovely bit of movement and finish from Kane. The fault of that kind of lies down to McArthur not winning that 50-50. That's crucial. I think McArthur comes out on top there, then they don't score. So that was frustrating. But for the rest of the half, I think we did really well. I think that in the midfield, McCarthy and McArthur, yes, they got booked early, but I think that there was a real hunger and fight from those two in particular in the midfield. They ran a lot today, and they made sure they won the ball, or at least challenged the ball. They managed to cut out some passes, a lot of passes actually, in that first half and in the second half, not to the same extent as the first half, but you know, they were the real catalyst for all the things that were good today from Palace. They put a shift in, and I thought were brilliant. As I said, their ability to read the game and just put pressure on that Spurs midfield, because they realised that, you know, they've got the extra man in midfield, Spurs. They can't have time on the ball, otherwise they would, you know, players like Sissoko and Winks who like to drive at defences. We had to negate that. So really good from McArthur and McCarthy. And I thought Mitchell again had a great game. Similar to Wolves, I think he was so hard. You're up against Lucas, one of the quickest players in the league, and he did get skinned a few times. But some of his recovery runs and blocks were really good. And going forward, he had a couple of good crosses. He really did a good account of himself. And I think he's showing now that he definitely is suitable cover for Van Aanholt, challenging Van Aanholt if he continues to put in some good performances as well for that starting spot. Overall, and then obviously the goal came in the second half, and at last it's a goal from a set piece. It wasn't quite how we planned it. You could see they worked on that. Ball to the back post, lofted to the back post. Dan with the header across to Ayew there around the penalty spot area, and you can see that's something we've worked on. At last, it's a set piece routine that looked like it would work. Just needed Ayew to lash it home, and he mishits it completely. Typical Palace. You think the chance is gone, but it bobbles to Schlupp, and he manages to rifle it home on the weak foot into the roof of the net. So really happy. Schlupp's been pretty good since he's come back. I think he had a good game today. He was pretty good against Wolves as well. So it shows we have missed him, you know, the energy he brings to the team. And just that option there with the left footer who can play out wider in the middle. And all in all, really good. We went on from there. Spurs didn't really look like scoring, if I'm honest. They had half a chance, a header from Alderweireld from a corner, good flick on, but it was comfortable. It was over the bar and it was comfortable for Guaita if it was on target. I think that overall, a good game, thoroughly deserved the point, and we were the one team actually that looked at like have the more impetus going forward, in my opinion. I think that, you know, at the end of the first half, we had over twice as many passes into the box than Spurs, and that's something you don't see every day from us. You know, our final ball, our final shot was the problem in the first half. We were doing everything right up till then, and that's probably summed up our season going forward. Our final shot and final cross has been poor all season. So to see us actually getting good areas today and put some decent balls in, albeit quite slow at times. I think there are a couple of players who take too many touches on the ball. That was the main problem today in some of those attacking areas in terms of losing possession. But the passing was a lot better. Everything was just a lot better and a lot more on it. And at last, it's a decent way to finish the season after a poor run of form. And, you know, there's a lot of positives to take out of this. I was hoping to see a few more youngsters come on. But, you know, I like to say typical Roy. He wasn't not a big fan of playing the youngsters. But at the end of the day, the players that did play did very well, all of them. And I thoroughly deserved that point. And it's a good way to finish the season. And now it's a big summer ahead. And also great news, of course, Watford going down makes the day a little bit sweeter. So thank you guys for watching.